Hey team, welcome back to my futsal video session. I hope those of you who watched my video about defensive principles got something out of it, and that's why you're back to watch this video about attacking principles. If you haven't seen the defense video, I urge you to go back and have a look when you have some time. Anyway, this video is about simple attacking principles that you can apply in futsal. Unlike the other video, this one will have some footage with it that will hopefully highlight what it is I mean when I use some of the key terms. So let's look at the graphic. Let's presume we're going to start with a 2-2 formation. Doesn't really matter per se what we start with, the principles are always the same. Ensure our goalie has two short options, always. We are the green team and our goalie starts with the ball. The goalie will play the ball out to one of our two short options. The solid black arrow represents the passing path of the ball. The receiver can hit a switch ball across court if that pass is on. He then moves centrally. The solid green arrow represents the player's movements. The act of moving centrally means the player is finding either a pocket or space in between the lines. When we say the lines, we are meaning the space between two players or 2 points. When we say the pocket, we usually mean a space that is surrounded by more than 2 points or players, usually 3 or 4. The reason why finding space between the lines or in pockets is so important is because it makes it difficult for the defending team's players to determine who should press and who shouldn't. In this scenario, receiver number 2 plays a simple ball back to receiver number 1, and suddenly we've created a 3-on-2 scenario. Richard and I tend to do this move a lot when we play, usually because as older, bigger guys, it doesn't take a lot of physical effort to do so. But it takes advantage of what we know we need to use to create opportunities, that is space. Here is an example of Richard and I doing just that. Now in this video, in this instance, Richard will beat his marker, but the principle is still exactly the same. It leads to a 3 and 4-on-2 scenario, which ends up with Phil scoring the goal. Finding space in pockets or between the lines can happen in any instance. You just need to be wary enough to look out for it. In this example, we have our most advanced player coming short into the pocket. Even though that leads us short in the attacking third, it actually means we've created a 3-on-2 scenario in the center of the court where the two most advanced opposition players have to turn. Here is another example of playing in between the lines. Our left wide player moves between two opposition players. Depending on the movement of our most advanced attacker, the wide player who has moved centrally can do one of two things. The first is they continue the run and leave the ball to run through if our advanced player moves left. Or they can receive the ball, make a pass to our advanced player who has moved right, and then they dart left, leading to a 2-on-1 situation against a goalkeeper. In every one of these scenarios, the receiver is always playing the way they face. They're not trying to turn forward with the ball. They use the ball in the direction they need to. The only time you should turn forward with the ball is when you receive a call from a teammate to turn. Here is a clip that highlights some of these concepts. The first one sees Piper play a ball in between Michael and Brett. She can only play that ball because Ryan has shown himself between the lines. After his failed shot, from the kick in, Ryan moves into the pocket to receive. Even though the pass misses him, he still created that option. But less than a second later, Ryan, Piper and Josh all play and move between the lines and they create another option. It just so happens that Matty is good enough to save these opportunities. Here's one with Brett as an advanced attacker. It's a very slight move into a pocket where he finds space, and it all starts from a Leo kick-in. The same scenario with Michael occurs as well. Again, it's another Leo kick-in, and Michael finds a pocket and he ends up scoring. These movements aren't always so evident in real time, but if you watch closely enough, you will see that they do exist. Futsal can be a lot tougher because most people think because there's very little space, you need to be individually skillful. That's not true. Teams with individually skillful players succeed because they take advantage of direct opposition markers who don't know what they will do to create overloads. But if you play futsal the simple way, applying these very same principles that we talk about, then you will hopefully see clearer cut chances be created on the transition. I hope you got something out of today's video, and thank you for watching.